first and foremost, I'm extremely excited and grateful to have you here today with me. I really am.
Thank you.
Oh, I've been waiting for this for quite of a time, so I feel very lucky today to have you here. And the subjects that we're going to discuss are exciting not just for us, but I believe for a lot of people who are struggling with energy and weight management.
That's correct.
We both know, Tony, that effective management of inflammation, the physical and emotional stress, sugars, blood sugars and fats is consistent with longevity and healthy weight. But people don't know that. And it may sound simple, but we both know it's not, right? And
Correct.
people sometimes use incorrect tools to get the results they're looking for. And sometimes there are the misconceptions because unfortunately of what's out there in the media. And not everything works for everyone, and one tool will not get everyone the same results. So before we really go a little bit deeper, I would like to ask you first and main question, as an elite coach who has really worked with phenomenal group of people, from professional athletes, and now you enjoy working with the general population who really needs your assistance tremendously. And I know you've traveled abroad to coach coaches how to help general population to get the results they are looking for. Please tell me, regardless of who you coach and who you've been around, what are the three biggest misconceptions people have about weight loss?
Okay. First of all, thank you for having me. And I think the biggest three misconceptions that I've seen in all my travels, it's first of all is that you can only lose weight doing cardio or aerobic exercise. That's number one overall. Like that's the only way for you to lose weight. The other misconception is a low-fat diet. There's a lot of people still at 2019 believing that a low-fat diet is the way to go. And the other one is like weight training will make you gain weight or make you bulky. So it won't let you lose weight. So those are the ones. Of course, there's a couple of ones that are different depending on the country, but those are the three top misconceptions I've seen in every country I've been.
Tell me, because it's probably majority of females, because I've never heard a man saying, I'm concerned about getting bulky.
Well, actually, you know what? I've heard it. I've had males like male clients going like, yeah, you know what? I just want to lose weight. I don't want to get any muscles in that group. That's like completely like, there's not many of them, but I've had a couple of those.
Wow, I'm surprised. Well,
yes.
Maybe because I've been around professional athletes who know lean muscles is so important.
Yes.
To their health, to their power, to generating the strength and the energy that they look to have consistently on a daily basis, on and off the court, or on the field. I really am surprised, but I have heard from my girlfriends, that I don't coach a lot of female athletes in any way, or at least I didn't have as much as an opportunities to do it with the females as I've done with a male. But what is your first convincing note of do not worry about being bulky and you have to actually gain a little bit of muscle before you lose that weight? Like, what is your line that you like to go directly to those ladies to get into their heart?
Okay. Well, first, I'm a bit rude sometimes, and I go like, you won't get bulky even if you want to. Because the thing is that females don't have the hormonal profile to be as bulky as men, like they don't have the amount of testosterone and androgens in their system to have that response to training. That's the first one. So that's why I say, even if you want to get bulky, you won't get as much as you think, because your body won't respond like that, So that's the first one. Number two is like just saying that having more muscle in general terms will increase their metabolic rate. So the more muscle you have, you use more energy on a daily basis, just like lying around or walking. Because it's much more energy consuming the muscle tissue. So when you start showing them the importance of how muscle will help them lose weight and look better, they tend to be more receptive. And of course, then this comes the part of injury, because most of the general part that comes in, even though they don't know it yet, they have a lot of imbalances. And even though you ask them if they have any injury, they would say no, but there's always something that hurts, like a knee or an elbow or a shoulder, a bad posture. There's something that is a clear giveaway of a muscular imbalance. So I said, you have to be strong. You have to put some muscle here so you can improve your posture, improve your energy levels, of course, and lower your risk of injury.
I like that. I like the fact that you've mentioned, improving your posture. As you know, I'm huge on that.
Yes.
Balance, right? But I think sometimes we forget, Tony, how muscular strength or strength balance really allows us to live a healthier lifestyle. And I think it comes down to an awareness of people, because you as a coach, and I know you are educated also on the fascia structure and fascia balance and flexibility, pliability of the connective tissue, and you apply those things to your sessions sometimes, and especially recovery, right?
Yes, yes.
But I think people are unaware sometimes of the imbalances that are deep underneath their skin. And sometimes, like, someone educated like yourself comes across and addresses that, I think it's very enlightening to them and very helpful to understand other aspects of why strength should be their friend and weights versus a concern of getting bulky.
Yeah, it's actually, it is, I lost count of how many clients I've had that come to me just like they have an injury or they have it's just in regular pain, and they told me they've been to physios, they've been to doctors, and they just can't get rid of the pain. And just by training and just getting that balance back, the pain goes away. And they go like, I didn't know that training would do this, like would take my pain away. Some doctors would also recommend not doing any type of exercise just because they would think it would get worse. So it's amazing that the things we can, let's say, fix or make better by training correctly and getting that balance back. And don't even get me started on the fascia. Like it's amazing that the amount of people that have so many issues because their fascia tissue is compromised. And with a good professional and fascia expert like yourself, those things like go away in matters of days. And I've had clients that have been in pain for years and years with doctors just saying that they cannot like solve the problem or know why they're in pain. And I refer them to a fascia specialist, or I bring some specialists in those type of treatments. And in 2 sessions, I've seen people just like feel better immediately. And they say, I've been dealing with this for 2 years and nobody gave me hope. And this guy comes in like 45 minutes, it just fixes it. It's amazing.
I know, but that's when I want to emphasize your caliber of expertise, because there is a difference. We both know that, Tony, and I'm not trying to say that other coaches don't have an expertise, because there is phenomenal amount of extraordinary people who know how to train, and their tools are absolutely on the highest levels. But yours exactly expertise is not just in training. Let's make sure that as a former elite athlete yourself, training professional Olympians, Olympic athletes, and then now having the opportunity and actually kindness and patience to work with general population, they are extremely lucky to have you because of your expertise and the depth of knowledge that you have. And I've seen everything by now, I would say, or maybe, you know what, I don't want to sound full of myself. I probably haven't seen everything, but I've seen a lot. And unfortunately, there are incompetent people who claim that they are good at training and helping people to lose weight. And that's when sometimes people get injured. So let's make a point that your qualifications are really not standard, and not typical trainer or even coach is familiar with different layers of connective tissue, like different layers of fascia, how to address it hands-on, by training, by proper recovery, by nutrition, and so forth, right? So,
yeah, correct.
Give yourself a little bit pat on the shoulder here for me, please.
Thank you.
I will give you another one, okay? Your knowledge is phenomenal, and there are different layers, and that came with an experience on.
Yeah, but let me add one thing. Also, knowing when to refer and who to refer to.
Oh, huge. It's
because sometimes there's things that I can fix that I don't know shit about it, and I go look like go to this guy, call this guy. I can't fix it. You know.
That's huge. That's where, and again, I will say that about your depth, emotional balance, understanding your values, and also respecting your clients' goals and respecting their body and their intention, why they came to you. And you've developed such a phenomenal relationship with people that they trust you. They trust your referrals, and your ego goes behind when their health and goals come in front of you.
Yeah, totally.
So Tony, let's go to a next question besides the myths that people, unfortunately have heard of. And I know that you erased them through their mind when they came to you. But what was the number one, for example, breakfast? Because we both know how important it is when it comes to training and weight loss. What was the number one?
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's perfectly
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Your son. First.
Acá, mi amor.
Family first, Tony. Oh.
Hola.
Hello.
Mira, sí. Sí. Vamos a papá, buenas noches, mi amor. Te quiero. Bye. Dile bye.
Night, night.
Dile bye. Dile bye. Así que la manito. Bye. Ve con mamá. Ve. Yo voy para allá. Vamos a dormir ahora, ¿ok?
It's adorable.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Please, don't be. I think everyone needs, we both know how hugs is important for growth, personal and professional, right?
Yeah. Patience, man. This is where you build your patience. Oh my God.
You got it.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Let's go back to our breakfast. Yeah.
Let's go.
Tell me what is your number one? Well, we both know, and maybe this is a perfect place, Tony, to bring our person who connected us actually together.
Yes.
And allow us to meet each other. Charles Poliquin. Very grateful for this man. Unfortunately, not with us anymore. But what a phenomenal person who connected so many extraordinary coaches together and gave them purpose. He really gave a lot of us purpose and chances in life to do what we love doing, helping other people. And I know that he taught both of us how protein is important for breakfast and how fat is important for breakfast. What is your one breakfast to give to your clients who want to lose weight, don't want to lose energy?
Okay. Like everybody that know Charles, I'm a big fan of protein and fat breakfast, especially meat and nuts, especially red meat. Okay. Why? Because it will increase your dopamine, your acetylcholine, and those are the neurotransmitters of yang neurotransmitters. So it will keep you going. So for me, I mean, this is the one nutritional advice that I would give to everybody. If you would take only one advice, this is the one that would be
most important.
It would be it. It would be it. And actually, it will help you choose better, have better food choices throughout the day after you have those. So for me, most of the time it's red meat and nuts. Sometimes it's eggs and avocados. Sometimes it's salmon. Sometimes it's chicken. It doesn't matter. But my favorite one is red meat and any type of nut.
Love it. Any type, that's what I was going to ask you, because, from an inflammation point of view, and it becomes a new information to me. I did not know that boiled nuts, actually help keeping the inflammation intact per se. But besides that fact, do you have any favorite nuts that you like to use, like Brazilian nuts, macadamia? What are your favorite?
Okay, for me, it's more about, of course, finding the ones that will suit you the best. So let's say I have clients that have cashews and they're outside the stomach, so I have no cashews. So the one that I don't have because it's not a nut, it's a legume, it's peanuts. So peanuts is out of the questions because it's not even a nut. It's in itself. Okay. So, but I like to change a lot. Macadamias, I love almonds, but most people have either almonds or cashews a lot. So I would change them to pecans, to macadamia, sometimes even pistachios. Even I just try to rotate them and not give them just one variety.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Rotation is the most important, right? So
yes, correct.
We don't generate, sometimes people need to understand by eating the same food, they can actually, that path can take them to inflammation, chronic inflammation.
Yeah. Actually, I had a client, a physique competitor. She came out from competition. I did her, like, let's call it general preparation, basic preparation. And throughout all the preparation, I never gave her any chicken, any broccoli, any oatmeal, any rice, because those are the things that she ate the most. And actually, she got leaner, she got better. She even increased muscle mass because all the inflammation of eating the same food for so long wouldn't allow the body to increase muscle protein synthesis. It just, the body was in, let's call it, in having an allergy, quote unquote, reaction.
Sure. Do you know what? I was one of those females who did a fitness competitions.
Oh yeah, you did. So
Same thing, because back in the day, that was before Charles came to my life.
Yeah.
I didn't know better. So I did what a coach who I hired decided to do. And when I saw the menu, it was over the same thing on over and over and over again. And as you said, yeah, I definitely didn't succeed as much as I wanted to, but it was a phenomenal lesson of why not to go about life that way, right?
Correct.
It's sustainable. We both know that.
Yes.
If you want to do it and give yourself the right purpose why you are doing it. It will help you to gain the goal. And then once you are done, next, because that way of living is not sustainable.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
Tell me, besides changing a breakfast, which is your number one thing, would you be willing to share with other two things? What would be the other two key elements you would bring to someone's life if they wanted to lose weight, but keep in mind, Tony, not losing energy?
Okay. I'm not going to talk about nutrition. I'm going to go something different that I've seen people have results with it. First of all, it will be take care of your soft tissue.
Love it.
And this is why. I've seen it. I have no research on it. You are the expert on this field, so you can correct me. So I've seen people having soft tissue in the matter in either stretching, fat tool, ERT, whatever. They will be more efficient in their energy use. So because this is how I see it. When you have a restricted fascia, it is like you're walking with a straitjacket on. So for you to move, you have to spend so much energy just to move, and like just by walking or standing up. So when you lose your fascia, your body gets into better posture. So when you move, you use less energy. So you have, like, let's say in a weight loss protocol, where sometimes you might be in a caloric deficit, you need to be more efficient in the use of your energy. You cannot be using your energy just to walk from your room to the kitchen, or just getting your ass into the gym, you know. So I think this is one of the things that I've seen, that people will get a lot of let's say return on investment. So they will feel free to move. They will get tired less. So they will be able to carry on with the workouts. They will carry on with the diet, because actually it even changes their mindset. They feel better. They feel more energized. So they will be able to keep going and keep putting the effort in it.
Yes.
That would be my number two. Let's call it. Okay.
Oxygenation and blood flow. Yeah. Technically, you open up the body.
Yeah. So that's number two, and number three, it's adjusting your training to your recovery, not the other way around. So people, and this sounds counterintuitive, because you go like, wow, you want me to rest more? I'm not supposed to do more and lose weight? Well, it depends, because when you overload the body or you under rest, what you will increase is your stress response won't allow you to lose weight as efficiently. Okay, so as a matter of fact, you'll be unstressed when you train, when you put yourself in calorie deficit. If you do that type of diet with your work, with daily living, so you need to mitigate the bad effect of a stress response by sleeping or in having naps and everything. So when you go to the gym, you will usually say, okay, let's train 4 times a week, and they try to increase your recovery by increasing your sleep pattern, by fixing your sleep pattern, or increasing the time you sleep, or giving you naps or whatever, instead of fixing or getting your training to fit into the recovery you have at the moment, and work to increase your recovery capabilities, and then increase your training at the same time. I don't know if it makes I don't know if I'm making any sense with this.
Oh, absolutely, you do. You do
Okay.
know that you make sense, right?
Okay.
Recovery is the most important aspect of increasing any energy and getting to the next level. Like, if you don't recover effectively, you are more prone to injury. You are more prone to having, issues with your sleep. You're more prone to not get to what you want from your intentions, period.
Yeah, because actually, remember that you only improve when you rest. You're not improving while you work out. So you need to work out to stimulate the body, but you need to rest so the body can improve, either by losing the weight, losing the fat, increasing muscle mass, increasing strength, whatever is your purpose. But you need to recover for the body to do that. And this is the thing that most people and most coaches forget. They try to fix to fit in the recovery to the training, and it's the other way around. You have to fit in the training to the recovery capabilities, and then work to increase those. But that's the way those are the things that I think, not addressing food or training and the basic and the usual suspects, that people might get a lot of like I told you, return on investment from doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, thank you for mentioning, Tony, because listen, speaking about weight loss, I think people sometimes forget, yes, nutrition is super important because it's something we do every day. We eat every day, but we also move every day. And equally important, we communicate every day. And we have to start to have a better communication with our own body and listen to it on a deeper level, not just superficial. Body speaks to us. If it's aching for a reason. If it's aching for more than 72 hours, you pushed it too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much is too much, and it's going to not pay off, but it's going to, slowly turn around and bite you in a least expected time, when you think that you are ready for your competition, or when you are ready to, step out on a stage, or when you think that you are on the, a proper path to lose weight that we're speaking about right now.
Yes. Correct.
And all of a sudden you will not be able to train at all, because of the connective tissue, most likely injury. And those take way longer than a muscle injury. And we both know that.
Yes. Yes. One of the things that I teach my clients and my athletes is, the less you get injured, the more you train. So the more you train, you get better results. So that's why you have to train hard, but you have to be smart about it, because all you want to do is get to the gym, try to get to the gym as many days as possible to get to where you want to go.
Remember the last time you and I had a conversation, I shared with you that in 2017, I flew to Ulm University in Germany, and there was a presentation on the fascia. And there was a gentleman actually from Poland who was sharing his recovery methodologies with the audience of one of his athletes who was a sprinter. And he was the one who improved his time on a 200-meter sprint only, not because changing his training, but changing his recovery methods.
Yeah.
Adding on top of what he did the year before. So what you said is spot on. And I think, and whoever is watching this right now, Tony, needs to understand that it's equally, if not the most important part.
Yes.
Everything else.
The athlete that wins the race or the competition is not the athlete that trained the most. It's the one that is most recovered.
Yeah, absolutely. Indeed. Agreed. Tony, why do you think your system works, and why do you think people come back to you? Or maybe they do not become codependent, because we know that once they are with you, you teach them what they need and you send them home after they achieve their goals, right? But why do they gain the results? What do you think is the most critical part of your system that is effective?
Okay, first, I would say I'm a very patient guy in training. Only in training and training other people. So no, but yeah, so I think I'm very patient, because I believe that anything that it's worthwhile, it takes time. So, and when I mean patient, I'm not meaning that for me to get results, I would spend 2 years with someone. No, I would say I don't jump the gun trying to do cool shit and very advanced methods. I'm a patient guy in terms of like doing what you need to do right now that will get you better and will get you results, and that's it. And then we progress. I believe in progression. Okay, so I'm a martial artist, so it's like I'm not giving a white belt, black belt training. I'm just giving you white belt stuff for you to get to the black belt level. Okay, so I think that's one of them, and the other one is I teach. Okay, one of the things that I try every day with every one of my clients is trying to teach them something valuable. So I'm not, I don't want them to only come here and train and learn how to eat or take supplements. It's just, yeah, I just want you to learn how to do that. I want you to learn how to train, why you eat it, why you train like this, what is good and what is not so good, let's call it. Okay, so I think that's why, because they have a better understanding of the things they're doing. Sure. And when they step out of the gym, they still do the things they need to do. Okay, because remember, most of the guys, I see our clients 3 to 4 hours a week. The other times they're at the track or the mat or at their home, and they need to keep going, trying to live a certain type of life to get what their goals are. So this is the thing. I think I have my results. Just being patient and Actually, I heard this a couple of days ago. They don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Absolutely.
Okay, so and for me, my way of showing how much I care is teaching them. This is why you do this. This is why you do that. And of course, this I learned also. So I'm still bitching and no moaning. So I say, hey, like you have to stop being a pussy, and you have to work. You know, I believe in the effort. I don't believe in shortcuts. I believe you need to put effort in everything you want, anything in life. So I instill this on them. So when they get there, they know it will take time. They know it will take effort, and they just put the work in it.
I love it. You know, there are a few things that come to my mind right now because I had a phenomenal conversation with a good friend of mine who's on the west coast of US, and we were discussing the perception today of how quickly people want to get what they want.
Exactly.
And what you exactly said, lack of patience. And secondly, people don't have a purpose.
Yeah.
Or their purpose is misaligned, or maybe even completely hidden, and they think that they know why they're doing it. But if they will become, and when they become honest with themselves, they will become healthier. They will have a better relationship with themselves and then with other people. And you and I, know how you think is how you feel.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, sure. Totally.
Right?
Totally.
So I think a lot of people, and again, maybe because you were not born in US, I was not born in US.
Yes.
Our perception of go get it done is completely different. That sometimes I see the complacency here. I really do. And it was my friend, American, born and raised, phenomenal entrepreneur, businessman, coach, motivational speaker, who we were exactly discussing this. And he goes, I am really tired of people speaking how hard it is for them when they have everything in front of them. They are just not willing to do the work.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I would say that the bridge to get you from nobody, or let's say average to great, the bridge is effort. So I, I believe I'm a big believer in putting the work. Well, you need to be a workhorse. You need to work, and there's nothing can beat hard work. Nothing can beat hard work.
And you and I both bring that to our profession. It's a passion. We have it. It's a deep, undeniable joy that we bring when we are around people. And that's when it doesn't become a work. It becomes part of our journey why we help people.
All right.
A lot of people are not that, unfortunately, lucky, but it just starts with them, and they have to understand it's their perception of their why they do what they do. And I think if they are aligned, they will overcome the gap between, average and great.
Yep.
And they will be easily walking through that bridge to get from point A to point B. So I love the fact that you've mentioned patience and the ability to do the work.
Yeah.
It's
That's the most important. Yes, for me.